And we are back for the second event of the Marble Invites, its first season in 2023. After an explosive, interesting event in balancing, we are here for the fastest event of the whole season, the sprint. I will, of course, be joined by Angus, and I am Ramen Powder, here to deliver the commentary here today.
So, Salmons lead the way with 25 points, Wishful Spheroids in second. Teams like Crimson Company and Deep Divers have some catching up to do, but this is an event very different to balancing. It is a straight blast down the course compared to balancing, which is more technical based. So, we'll see the speeds coming out today in the first heat, which is getting loaded up as we speak. And here we go, Storm Chasers, Team Clarity, Valiant Vanillas, and the Blood Moons.
Of course, top two will advance from the heat. It is the Storm Chasers and Team Clarity that get a good getaway, but Team Clarity falls back. They will not be advancing. Storm Chasers will, but who got second? It's a photo finish in the very first heat of the event.
That was very close indeed. Blood Moons and Valiant Vanillas. Look at this charge. Valiant Vanillas looked like they had it in the bag, but the Blood Moons just across the line. They may have got them. That was very close. And they did get them.
The Blood Moons, a last gasp effort to get by the Valiant Vanillas, and it works just in their favor. If that track was even a millimeter shorter, it might have gone the other way, but the Storm Chasers and the Blood Moons are going to be moving on.
What a way to start the event. For an event that we said would be exciting and fast, that is a great opener. Now we've got the Eggs, the Stargazers, the Salmons, our first event winners, and the Silver Lychees. And off they go. It is Salmons and Silver Lychees out in front. Here come the Stargazers. They're not quite going to get there. It is a start-to-finish run for Silver Lychees and the Salmons.
This time we saw the bottom lane marbles get a good getaway, and I don't think any marble fell back enough for there to be a comeback made. Salmons just barely held on for that transfer position. Silver Lychees never in doubt in front, but that photo finish was closer than I thought. Almost they're knotted in terms of the hundredth of a second. Salmons barely getting ahead of the Stargazers.
That was much closer. It looked like a clear win to the Salmons to me, but of course, timing and scoring have better eyesight than me, so they got to look out for it. Jade Jockeys, Marine Team, Crimson Company, and the Deep Divers in Heat 3. Deep Divers have a rough start. It is the Marine Team who gets the good run, and I think that was Crimson Company in second place, just ahead of the Jade Jockeys.
Marine Team, great launch out of the gate. They are known for their fast prowess in sprints, and it translates here. Crimson Company in second place, barely ahead of the Jade Jockeys and the Deep Divers, catching up to do for sure.
Alright, so Marine Team and Crimson Company onto the fight. Crimson Company, that's a good run for them considering their first event, but now we've got Wishful Spheroids, Knights of Night, Volcanoes, and our home team, the Surging Storms. It's a very close battle out of the gate. It's all three of those at the top, but it is the Knights of Night who slip back, giving the Wishful Spheroids and the Volcanoes an advancement. What? A very close race until that last little stretch.
Yeah, no one got a huge advantage out of the gate. You could see Surging Storms falling back. Wishful Spheroids in the top lane. They will get second place, but no one can beat the Volcanoes in lane 3. They will capture the win on this one.
Alright, so heats are over. We now move on to the semi-finals where things get a little bit dicier and even faster. So there you see, best of the rest, Knights of Night get 9th place, and it's Team Clarity at the bottom. Another rough event for the Deep Divers. It is not going great on their part, but still 6 events to bring it back as we get ready for the semi-finals.
Of course, the top 2 from each heat have advanced to the semi-finals. Top 2 from the 2 semi-finals will go to the final, and that's where the medals are won. So Crimson Company, Silver Lychees, Volcanoes, and the Storm Chasers, and it's once again the middle lanes that get out in front, and the Silver Lychees, another heat victory. They are one of the favorites going to the final. I think that's the Volcanoes in lane 3 that will advance on with them.
From start to finish, Silver Lychees were the dominant force in that race. Straight out of the gate, rocketed forward. Volcanoes tried to keep pace, but Crimson Company and Storm Chasers were nowhere in that. So Silver Lychees, the one to beat going into the final, unless of course one of these other 4 teams has something to say about it. Wishful Spheroids, Blood Moons, Marine Team, and the Salmons.
Very close out of the gate. Marine Team had it, but it's going to be the Blood Moons across the line. They will advance to the final, as well as Marine Team. Those 2 in the middle lanes will be moving on.
Alright, so Wishful Spheroids and Salmons out of the gate. They seem to be keeping pace, but they just started to slip as Blood Moons and Marine Team rocketed forward. Crescent and Whale of those 2 teams will be on to the final. Salmons will not make it, 2 for 2 on the medals, but that's still a good finish considering their gold in the first event. They will slot in 8th, while the Crimson Company get 5th, the best of the rest of those that aren't in the final.
And now it's time to see who gets the medals. Marine Team, Blood Moons, and the Volcanoes from lane 1 to 4 in that order. Who captures gold in the sprint?
It's out of the gate, it's Marine Team, but it all goes wrong. The Marine Team fall from first to third in the little stretch there, and Volcanoes come across the line, and they will capture the sprint goal. Let's see how this race transpired. So out of the gate, it's Marine Team. They're looking good, then some stumbling, lets 2 marbles pass them by, and Silver Lychees, they never really were in it. But the Volcanoes are good gold here, and they have won a fantastic finish in this second event. Blood Moons and Marine Team will round out the podium.
Silver Lychees, I think, very disappointed with that performance in the final, but they will still slot into 4th and get a solid 12 points. One of the favorites coming into the final, but well done to our podium finishers.
So congratulations to the Volcanoes, Blood Moons, and Marine Team. Now we just look at with podium celebrations, of course.
We're going to take a look at the standings after event 2 of the Marble Invites. Of course, only 8 events, so teams really need to pick it up from here on out if they're towards the bottom.
We are already a quarter of the way through. It's much shorter than you'd expect from other tournaments, but let's have a look at the standings now. It is still the Salmons in first place. The Volcanoes rocket up 8 into second place. Blood Moons up 5 into 4th. Wishful Spirit still split them, but we're going to see how this continues in Frontal Endurance Event 3. We'll see you then.